You are now listening to The Art of Reinvention by TeflonJohn, where my goal is to inspire you mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. And I just want to help you grow the garden of your mind. I just want to change the world one person at a time by giving them motivational advice, inspirational advice. And right now, I'm glad that you're tuning in to the podcast show. So we want you to sit back, open up your mind, and just absorb all the content. Please share this content across all of your social media platforms as it will help this show grow. Sit back and enjoy. One love. Be blessed. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy TeflonJohn coming to you courtesy of the Art of Reinvention podcast show. And today is going to be the first show of the 2019 year. And look, I just want you guys to learn how to survive the new year. And I know there's a lot of things going on, but look, I want you to support me. If you can go to my Instagram page, that's I am TeflonJohn, spelled John. I have a fitness Instagram page that's Bulletproof Workouts, all one word, workout spelled with the Z instead of an S at the end. Visit my website at www.iamteflonjohn.com. And yeah, I'm just trying to, change the world one person at a time by provoking thought. And look, let's get right into it, right? I'm just going to give you some quick tips on how to survive the new year. It's going to be some quick tips. And what I want you to realize is when it comes to the new year, everyone's saying they want to change. Everyone's saying they want to do everything. But part of the problem is, why are you saying you want to change? Why are you saying new year, new me? Is it because you've fallen in love with what society says that you have to do? Or is it because you really want to change? And one thing you have to really ask yourself is, why do I really want to change? Right? And so step number one is going to be keeping it real with yourself and realizing the mistakes you made from the past years. That's right. Keeping it real with yourself. So if your New Year's resolution or your New Year goal, right, is connected to someone else, and what I mean by connected to someone else, like you have that goal because someone else has that goal, then you may need to change it because you need to pick something that you care about. You need to pick something that you're passionate about. You need to pick something that makes you become a better person. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to do what everybody else wants to do, then you're going to become what everybody else is going to become. And what I mean by that is, if it's your goal and if it's your passion, if it's your purpose, if your purpose is to be, a good writer, but someone else's New Year's resolution is on, fitness and health, and that's not your resolution, which it should be. Everyone's resolution to become healthy, but you're going to spend the majority and the bulk of your time not polishing your craft. You're going to spend the majority of your time, not sharpening those skills. So what you have to do is be honest with yourself and keep it real with yourself and say, you know what? I've been wanting to do this because someone's pushing me to it. I've been wanting to do this because, someone else has been doing this for years, and it's just the way of life that I have adapted. You know what I mean? And so I would say a second tip is you want to set a goal, right? Set 3 goals. Set 3 easy obtainable goals, right? Just set 3 easy obtainable goals. And what I mean by that is set something, right, that you can accomplish. Set 3 things that you can accomplish that'll help you build that momentum, that'll help you build that confidence. Because once you accomplish 3 goals, right, especially when you write them on paper and when you revisit them, you're like, yeah, I crushed that joint. I got it. I accomplished this, X that off the list, cross that off the list, check that off the list. I guarantee you that's going to give you enough momentum to go after that 4th goal. Now, that 4th goal, which is the next tip, is you must choose a goal that makes you slightly uncomfortable, but is obtainable. That 4th goal. It's got to make you slightly uncomfortable. It's got to make you get out the comfort zone, but it's obtainable, right? And like for me, that may be something like I'm not a very strong reader, right? I'm not a big reader. So I may set a goal, right, of reading 50 pages a day. And that may not be much to someone, but it's much to me. And it may make me uncomfortable to the point where I got to sit there and read and not do other things, but it's going to teach me discipline. So what I want you to do is realize that picking a goal that's slightly uncomfortable, but yet obtainable, will kind of get you geared, kind of get your mind trained on what's coming. Now you want to pick a goal that you want to reach, that's going to make you real uncomfortable, that you want to reach, and you want to give it a deadline, right? Pick a goal that you want to reach that's going to make you totally uncomfortable, and pick a deadline. And what it's going to do is it's going to keep you honest on that track. It's going to keep you honest as you try to accomplish this goal. It's going to keep you honest during that process. And trust me, it's going to be a process. When you're dealing with goals, when you're dealing with trying to become someone new, it's going to be a process. If you ever cooked a meal before, you know that it's a process. I'm not talking about microwave instant meals because they don't taste the same as home cooked meals. And I'm not talking about microwave instant success, because that success isn't the same as going through a process to obtain the success. Because when you go through a process, there are so many lessons to be learned. There are so many valuable, nuggets and jewels of knowledge that can be taken from a process. You know what I mean? Like going to the gym, breaking down muscle, becoming sore. Lifting, till you're sore, lifting till you can't move. That's a process that your body's going through to actually break down and rebuild. Now, when you're actually going to achieve goals, and when you're actually, sitting back and trying to become someone new, trying to achieve a goal, it's going to be a process that may break you down. But while it's breaking you down, it's breaking down old habits. While it's breaking you down, it's breaking down the old you. While it's breaking you down, it's breaking down old thought patterns that have made you the way or the person that you are today. And you have to think about that. In order to become someone that you're not, become something different, become something new, you have to do something that you're not doing. You know what I mean? So you got to pick up new habits. You got to pick up new thought patterns. You got to pick up new friends. You might even have to pick up a new job or something to bring an income. Another tip for the new year: invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I want you to look at yourself. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say, I'm worth it. I'm worth the investment. And I'm not talking about $200 pair of shoes. I'm not talking about Fendi bags or Christian Dior red bottoms. What I'm talking about is invest in yourself, because you're the number one asset. When you're buying things, right, throughout the year, you're buying things and all they're just liabilities. And you're not paying cash for a car, but you're getting cars with with high car notes, high payments. You're buying $250 pair of shoes, but yet when I look at your bank account, you don't have but like $200 in there. You're buying a $400 wallet, a $600 pocketbook, or purse, but you don't have but $50 in there. That's backwards. So you're becoming a liability. You are the asset. You are the number one money generator that you know. But you have to find out what your purpose is. Find out what your talents and skills are and polish them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, right, while you're polishing your gift, no one's going to be around. No one's going to notice you, and you're going to feel unnoticed. When you're dealing with the Bible, when we're talking about David, back when David was, herding sheep, David was in the field, but he was polishing up his skills. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get in the palace, they sent for him. But while David was in the field, he polished his musician skills, and they sent for him. So what I want you to do is continue to polish your skills. Continue to do what you do. Continue to build that work ethic, because when they send for you, guess what? You don't have to get ready, because you've been ready. I'm going to say it again. When they send for you, you don't have to get ready, because you've been ready. And I want everybody to catch that, because sometimes when you're on the grind, sometimes you have the entrepreneur spirit, sometimes when you have that go-getter spirit, you don't make it when you want to make it. You don't get there when you want to get there. But do believe that, you don't want to get off 2 exits before you get to your destination. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get frustrated and get off 2 exits before your destination. You know what I mean? Like if you turn on the GPS said, hey, you were 3 minutes away, but you got off and went all the way back home. You know what I mean? So what you got to do is keep focusing, keep grinding. 2019, I think, is going to be a year where if some people can come into it and keep grinding and bring all that passion that they had last year in 2018, I think some people are really going to make some noise. There's some people that are really going to do some damage. Really going to do some damage in 2019. And I just believe that, when you sit back and think, and you sit back and look at how the economy is, you sit back and think and look how the government is. I know things may look crazy, but look, in the midst of all this, You know what I mean? In the midst of all this, it creates great opportunity. You know what I mean? So never look at a situation like, you know, we are in a worse state. It could always be worse, but there's great opportunity out here. You know what I mean? There's great opportunity to push positivity. There's great opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to lift someone up. There's great opportunity to learn about investment, to learn about, you know, how money works. So 2019 is the year, I think, where you can't rely on other people to be you. You can't rely on other people to accomplish your goal. You can't rely on other people to get you where you need to be. You are the brand. You are the number one investment. You know what I'm saying? You are it. So there's no reason looking to someone else. There's no reason saying, well, I can't do this because so-and-so left me or so-and-so dropped out. They were helping me. So what? Learn. You know what I mean? Learn. Some people will promise you the world. Some people will promise you to be there, ride or die, thick and thin. And before anybody dies, they get out the ride. You know what I mean? And that's just the life that we live in. But you got to realize that some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. Some people are meant to come in your life to bring you something and leave. So never get hung up on people so much that you forget about God and you forget about the journey that you're on and you forget about your family. Some people, you know what I mean, like, do not like what you're doing. Some people do not like the fact that you even want to become a better person in 2019. Some people don't like the fact that you're on the grind. Some people don't like the fact that you actually have the mindset that you have. You know what I mean? Because some people are just negative people. And it's not your job to be around them to hold them up, because that can be draining. You know, being around a negative person is like poking holes in a boat. That can be very, very draining. And look, what I want to lift you guys is just take those tips, right? And try to conquer the new year. But what I want you to do, if you don't buy anything else, right? So after you listen to this podcast, I want you to go to the dollar store, Kroger, some of your local grocery store, whatever, and buy a notebook and start jotting things down, right? You know, you may have a tablet, iPad, or whatever, iPhone, Android, Samsung tablet, Android tablet. But I want you, it's something about writing it down on a piece of paper. Write it down. Write some things down. Write things that are beyond your wildest imaginations, because that's your dream. It's the reason why you have that thought in your head. It's the reason why you want to do that. It's the reason why you want to go after what you want to go after. I want you to put that down on paper and revisit it and see what it's going to take to make that dream come to fruition. And that's all I got to say, you guys. You know, feel free to follow me on Instagram at I am TeflonJohn. Feel free to follow me on Instagram for my fitness page, Bulletproof Workouts. Visit my website, www.iamteflonjohn.com. Follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/realteflonjohn, twitter.com/realteflonjohn. And look, I just want you guys to have a wonderful, blessed, prosperous year. And let's get it. You know what I mean? Let's get it with no remorse. Let's get it and don't look back. Only time I want you to look back is when you want to see how far God has brought you. And that's all I got to say. It's your boy TeflonJohn signing off for the Art of Reinvention podcast show. One love. Be blessed. We would like to thank you for listening to this episode of the Art of Reinvention by TeflonJohn. And we encourage you to share this episode across all your social media platforms. And we also encourage you to visit our website at www.iamteflonjohn.com and follow us on all our social media platforms at facebook.com/realteflonjohn, twitter.com/realteflonjohn, and instagram.com/realteflonjohn. And while you're on Facebook, go ahead and like our page so you can receive first-hand notifications every time we go live with the motivational video or any motivational content. And as I always say, one love, be blessed.